lots of energy, but I'm not that good at making lots of money, which is, of course, the standard criterion by which we judge business success. But what I am good at is people. I like people. I'm interested in them. And as a result of that, I seem to be good at creating engaged, happy, and productive teams that drive our businesses forward through passion, commitment, hard work, and fun. Many people who work with me have stuck around for a long time, some for over 20 years. Along the way, probably through necessity, I decided to redefine my notion of success. I used to believe that business success was purely financial. Not anymore. Of course, your business needs to make a profit, but it doesn't need to make you rich. Today, I don't care about that because I view success as something deeper, more personally enriching. I see it as happiness for me and for those that I work with. Although this definition lies at the heart of this book, it's important to say that financial success and team success are intimately entwined. From good teams working collaboratively flow profit and happiness. Being good with people and building happy teams are critical to the future of any business, whether large or small. Our world is changing. Money alone is not enough. Quality of life is vital. If our generation didn't know this before the COVID lockdowns of 2020 and 2021, then we do now. True empathy, kindness, and generosity of spirit towards our fellow human beings cannot be the work of computers. People matter more than ever. A lot of the management skills that I talk about in this book are often described as involving emotional intelligence, which is a relatively contemporary term. I'm glad that it's become a thing because I believe it to be far more valuable and interesting than conventional intelligence. The good news is that, unless you're a sociopath, good luck with that, you can learn emotional intelligence. Some people learn it from an early age, and that's a blessing. But don't worry if you struggle with certain aspects. I'm here to help. Lastly, I should add that I don't believe I am that much better at anything than anyone else. So this book will try not to be preachy. I'm not saying I'm absolutely right, and my way is the only way. But these methods are effective. They've worked for me and my teams over the last 20 or so years. Do Team is a chronicle of my experience and how I've managed to get the best from those I live with, work with, even those that I fleetingly encounter. It's not hypothesis. It's a simple, effective, practical guide to building a team, whether at work or at home, for a weekend or a lifetime. Okay, let's get started. Chapter 1. The Pre-Team. When I was at school and later at university, I loved building teams. I wasn't great at sport, so I'm not talking about anything competitive. Mostly I brought people together to make plays, start a band, and throw parties. Early on, I saw that when people work well together, they can be truly effective. We were chaotic, confused, and hormonal, but we did some good things because we had a common goal in sight. Those creative teams were one of the highlights of my education. Soon after I left university, I got married. Caroline and I were 23 and had met just 16 months earlier. We didn't overthink it, we just did it. Over 30 wonderful years later, this team of two has raised 6 children, started a festival, opened shops, cafes and holiday cottages, run a pub, co-authored a book, renovated several derelict homes, tried and often failed to train endless dogs, and so much more. It hasn't always been easy, far from it. It hasn't always been fun, though there's been a great deal of that. But it has taught us about working together and the power of even the smallest of teams. A good team isn't a luxury if you want to get stuff done. It's a necessity. My first career was in the music industry. I was a self-employed music publisher and the manager of a mildly successful pop group. I spent much of this time living in a bubble. I employed a few people, but I didn't really engage with them, certainly not emotionally. At the time, I thought that I had to shield everyone from any worries or concerns to do with the business, to put on a brave face, to figure out problems by myself. I would just ruminate until I came up with a solution. After a few years, it all came crashing down. I was working brutally hard, travelling a lot, stressed and exhausted. And the business had major cash flow issues. And, inevitably, I was often failing as a father and a husband. Everything became too much and the business started to collapse.